50 Shades of Grey, page 9. Next, I set up the digital recorder and I'm all fingers and thumbs, dropping it twice on the coffee table in front of me. Mr. Grey says nothing, waiting patiently. I hope, and I become increasingly embarrassed and flustered. When I pluck up the courage to look at him, he's watching me, one hand relaxed in his lap and the other cupping his chin, trailing his long index fingers across his lips. I think he's trying to suppress a smile. So sorry, I stutter. I'm not used to this. Take all your time you need, Miss Steele, he says. Do you mind if I record your answers? After you've taken so much trouble to set up the recorder, you ask me now? I flush. He's teasing me, I hope. I blink at him, unsure what to say, and I think he takes pity on me because he relents. No, I don't mind. Did Miss Kavanagh, explain what the interview was for? Yes, to appear in the graduation issue of the student newspaper, as I'll be conferring the degrees at this year's graduation ceremony. Oh, this is news to me. I'm temporarily preoccupied by the thought that someone not much older than me, okay, maybe 6 years or so, and okay, mega successful still, is going to be present with me with my degree. Present me with my degree. I found dragging my wayward attention back to a task at hand. Good. I swallow nervously. I have some questions, Mr. Grey. I smooth a stray lock of hair behind my ear. I thought you might, he says, deadpan. He's laughing at me. My cheeks heat at the realization that I sit up and square my shoulders in an attempt to look taller and more intimidating. Pressing the start button on the recorder, I try to look professional. You're very young to amass such an empire. To what do you owe your success? I glanced up at him. He smiles ruefully, but he looks vaguely disappointed. Business is all about people, Miss Steele, and I'm very good at judging people. I know how they tick, what makes them flourish, what doesn't, what inspires them, and how to incite them to them. I employ an exceptional team and I rewarded them well. He pauses and fixes me with a grey stare. My belief is to achieve success. In any scheme, one has to make oneself master of that scheme. Know it inside and out. Know every detail. I work hard, very hard to do that. I make decisions based on logic and facts. I have a natural gut instinct that can stop and nurture a good solid idea and good people. The bottom line is, it's always down to good people. Maybe you're just lucky. This isn't on Cake's list, but he's so arrogant. His eyes flare momentarily in surprise. I don't subscribe to luck or chance, Miss Steele. The harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. It really is all about having the right people on your team and directing their energies accordingly. I think it was Harvey Firestone who said, the growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. You sound like a control freak. The words are out of my mouth before I can stop them. Oh, I exercise control in all things, Miss Steele, he says without a trace of humour in his smile. I look at him and he holds my gaze steadily impassive. My heartbeat quickens and my face flushes again. What does he have such an unnerving effect on me? His overwhelming good looks, maybe, the way his eyes blaze at me, the way he strokes his index finger against his lower lip. I wished he'd stop doing that. Besides, immense power is acquired by assuming yourself in a secret reveres that you were born to control things. He continues in his voice soft. Do you feel that you have an immense power, control freak? I employ over 40,000 people, Miss Steele. That gives me a certain sense of responsibility, power, if you will. If I was to decide I was no longer interested in the telecommunications business and sell, 20,000 people would struggle to make their mortgage payments after a month or so. My mouth drops open. I'm staggered by his lack of humility. Don't you have a broad answer to? I asked, disgusted. I own my company. I don't have to answer to the board. He raises an eyebrow at me. Of course, I would know this if I had done some research, but holy crap, he's arrogant. I changed tack. And do you have any interests outside your work? I have varied interests, Miss Steele. A ghost of smiles touches his lips. Very varied. And for some reason I'm confounded and heated by his steady gaze. His eyes are alight with some wicked thought. But if you work so hard, where do you chill out? Chill out? He smiles, revealing perfect white teeth. I stop breathing. He really is beautiful. No one should be this good looking. Well, to chill out, as you put it, I sail, I fly, I indulge in various physical pursuits. He shifts in his chair. I am a very wealthy man, Miss Steele, and I have expensive and absorbing hobbies. I glance quickly at Kate's question, waiting to get off the subject. You invest in manufacturing. Why specifically? I ask. Why does he make me so uncomfortable? I like to build things. I like to know how things work, what makes things tick, how to construct and deconstruct, and I have a love of ships. What can I say? That sounds like your heart's talking rather than your logic and facts. His mouth quirks up as he stares apprisingly at me. Possibly, though, there are people who say I have a heart. Why would they say that? Because they know me well. His lips curl in a weary smile. Would your friends say you're easy to get to know? And I regret the question as soon as I say it. It's not on Kate's list.